All right. Let's jump right into it without further ado. So, I think I figured out why Sony don't want to make any more games. They want to buy IPs from other people and not make their own and do remakes, cash grab, scheming, grimy, Sony, old school way of thinking that by now they should have caught up, that they have to do the same thing that Game Pass is doing in order to grow, but they don't want to do it, meaning drop your AAA bangers on PlayStation Plus Premium. So let's jump right into it, man. What they want to do is they want to do remakes because it's a quick and easy cash grab and it don't take forever to make. It's not going to take 3, 4, 5 years to make. I don't think this is going to take that long. Maybe 2, 1 or two, probably like 2 years, probably 3 probably tops. But the new games that's coming out, the point is they take way longer to make. They take way much time to make due to the graphics, the engines. They have to pretty much copy and paste all of the new remakes, but it's so much faster for them. That's what I'm thinking, because they don't really have to do as much, but it's not really challenging the developers. Whoever developing the game, they're not being challenged if you're not giving them new IPs to work on. Look at all of these great movies. Look at all of these great movies that they could actually make a new IP. Look at the Rambo. They can make Rambo games. They can make Terminator games. They can make more Aliens, more Predators. Like, look at all these great IPs. They can make King Kong. They can make Godzillas of the world. You know, they can make those multiplayer, cross-gen, multi-plat games. But they don't want to think outside the box. You know, you would think, being that I think King Kong and I think they pretty much those are those Japanese movies, if I'm not mistaken. So why, I don't understand why they wouldn't target those audience, you know, to make a cool King Kong type movie exactly like the last movie, and make a King Kong versus like a Godzilla or something. You know, they put it on Call of Duty, but I'm talking about an actual King Kong and Godzilla movie. Make it real cool, you know. I'm just throwing stuff out there that I feel like Sony could do and allow PlayStation to do it. Because Xbox have a lot of bangers coming next year, and they're gonna be day one on Game Pass. So I'm thinking like the Starfields, the Redfalls of the world, on the Forza Motorsports. They have a few more coming. Is High on Life coming out this year, next year? I'm not sure. That's like a very cool game. They just have so much more down the pipeline that's coming out on Xbox Game Pass day one. And they're gonna have those AAA bangers, single A, double A, whatever A, quadruple A, whatever A they're gonna come out with. They're gonna be on Game Pass. And now you can buy an Xbox at Verizon. That is insane. I would never guess you can go walk into your nearest Verizon and go buy Xbox Series S or Series X. That is crazy, but I'm thinking the reason why they like locking down games so much, because it's easier on their developers if third parties are making their biggest bangers, like Spider-Man, Final Fantasies of the world. You know, locking down DLCs from Call of Duty, because Call of Duty have so many creators. You have like 1,500 to 2,000 people every year working on Call of Duty. I mean, that's a no-brainer for them. So they're like, we can't afford to lose Call of Duty, because that's that income stream. That's that constant income that's coming in on Call of Duty. And if Xbox has the rights to Call of Duty now, meaning even if someone pays $70, they're going to get, Xbox is going to get a big chunk of change coming from those games, and they don't want that. And we already know how greedy and grimy Sony is. You know, we already know this. So they rather just go buy up license, just get the license to Spider-Man, just get the license to Final Fantasies and so many more games that they completely stop coming to Xbox, Nintendo, PC, cloud gaming. You know, this is right here is only a one side for Sony fans. Like the Sony ponies don't ever seem to think that that's wrong. Like, okay, they're gonna make the argument that, okay, it's okay for them to lock down Spider-Man and hop online in these YouTube streets and brag about how Spider-Man isn't on Xbox, but then when they want to buy Call of Duty, oh, now it's a problem. Why can't they both have a huge banger like that? I mean, for crying out loud, they got God of War about to come out. Nobody's really even talking about that game anymore. They're just worrying about the deal, the Activision Call of Duty deal. They're not even concerned about God of War. They just pushed that to the side. You know, it's crazy because they were like, you know, this is our IP, but it still isn't bigger than Call of Duty. So we rather just buy up the DLC and just let it flow like that. Let that income just keep flowing in, that screaming income just keep flowing in, and we don't want to create nothing new. We don't listen to our fans. That's why you guys have to step up and complain. If you don't complain to Sony, they're never going to do it. And you guys have to stop supporting stuff that you don't really want. If you're tired of the remakes, I'm happy for the developers that they are able to put out some content for the PS5. I'm not hating on that because I'm cool with PlayStation. I just don't like the way Sony runs the business. I feel like they're just greedy. That greed, it just irks my nerve. Every time I think about Sony as a company, they're controlling PlayStation as the brand. They don't let them really think outside the box, and it kind of like puts them in this box in a little cage, and they never open the door all the way. They may crack it just a little bit, but they don't really fully open it. Because why don't they have any first-person shooter IPs new to compete with Call of Duty? Because they want to buy them all up. They want to buy a license so they don't really have to dig deep into their pockets like they had to buy Bungie. You know, that's crazy. I mean, they bought Bungie. Of course, you know, they were the ones that started Halo. So if they could bring a Halo type of game to PlayStation with a new IP, you know, or even make a new Destiny, but make a spin-off from Destiny. It would be like it'd probably still be called Destiny, but it'd be like it's kind of like a spin-off. It won't be really like a Destiny. It'd be more like Call of Duty. You know, a lot more like Call of Duty, but it'd be a lot like Destiny. So I'm thinking they maybe can go that route, but only time will tell. We really never know what Sony really wants to do because everything has to be locked down. They love gatekeeping. They love doing backdoor deals with like Marvel and Square Enix, and you know, like doing these big deals behind closed doors. And when they're announced, it's like, okay, Wolverine's coming out. Is this gonna be, you know, exclusive? Does that really make any sense to make superhero games exclusive though? Like I just never really even Batman. I don't even think Batman should be exclusive because it's so many people's favorite character. If Batman is only on PC and Xbox, that would probably piss a lot of PlayStation fans off. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, why are you making Batman exclusive just out of the blue at a snap of a finger? The next one comes out, it's only gonna be on Game Pass. You know, or if Gotham Knights come out, it only would have been on PC and Game Pass Xbox, but it would have never touched the light of day on PlayStation 4 Pro and PS5. I don't think that would be like cool. That's not fair. Even to me, I don't even feel like that's fair, and I'm on PC, so I don't even think that's fair to lock down certain IPs if you really didn't create them yourself. You know, I mean, you can make it, maybe do like, I'm okay with the somewhat DLC exclusive, like little kind of like special little guns and little skins coming to Call of Duty, but Call of Duty is still on Xbox and PC. So we really don't want to keep going back and forth on. That's pretty much what this really have came down to. Which console's gonna have the most exclusive, due to the console war is getting out of hand now. Like every time, every blog and vlogs that I'm looking at, everything is exclusive this, exclusive that. Oh, they're locking down this, Xbox locking down that, PlayStation is trying to lock down deals over here. It's like, okay, y'all guys might be finna really mess up gaming. Like y'all are really trying trying to divide the communities, which is going to keep the pretty much console war going, because it's like, how is a console war going to die down if they're locking down so many great games to one console? First of all, you can't even really get into PlayStation ecosystem because you can't even find the PlayStation 5 nowhere. Where can you get a PlayStation 5 at? And if you do find one, you got to fight at the door just to get it. You got people trying to steal them. You got people trying to you got the scalpers trying to get them. You got people overcharging for them. You know, it's just it's so much. It's crazy right now. This is the worst generation to ever exist right here. It's between the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. This is the worst generation, hands down. It's just no chips. It's not enough can be produced. Don't look like you're ever going. This whole entire generation is going to be jacked up. Probably from here on out. I don't even think they're ever going to catch up at this rate. PlayStation 6 come out, that's going to be even worse than 5, because the graphics are going to have to be way more advanced. And I just hope they have way more exclusives ready and way more AAA bangers ready for each side, for Xbox and PlayStation. We don't need to come out. PlayStation just threw all their exclusives out first, and they really didn't have like a roadmap. Like maybe have like 2 or 3 this year, 2 or 3 next year. They just threw all of them out, and now no one really have nothing really to look forward to. So they really wasn't thinking long term. They were thinking, let us get ahead of the line, because we already know PlayStation is more popular going into this wave from PS4. So PS5 is on top of their game, and now Xbox is catching up fast. People are losing they're losing so much engagement with PS5 because of these $70 games are coming back to bite PlayStation in the behind, because we already know Sony is super greedy, and you guys can see it. A lot of people don't like to admit it. They won't admit it, especially the Sony ponies. They will not admit, I feel like developers, we're supporting it. Do you really think Sony is giving those developers a raise just because they're charging $70? Do you really think that? Come on, man, let's be real for a second. Come on, how greedy Sony is. Sony wouldn't even give you a quarter raise. So whatever your net worth, that's what you're gonna be, brother. So if you're only making 30, 40, 50, that's it. That's all you're getting. You're not getting no extra $70. You think they're finna give you man? No. That's crazy. That's madness. And I heard so many bloggers and vloggers out there in these streets saying there's no reason for it to be $70. There's no reason. They just did it just because they're greedy and they want to fill up their pockets, and they knew that's how they're going to make up their revenues to go probably purchase more studios or something like that with that extra money, that's perfectly fine. But just stop locking down all the superhero games. Like, that's so aggravating. Like, why are you locking down IPs that don't belong to you? You know what I mean? You're buying the license up and you're dividing the superhero community. Like we want to support Spider-Man on PC and Xbox because we enjoy the movie. So how can we beat our favorite superhero if it's locked down on Sony, which you can't even get a PS5 even if you wanted to? You gotta pay top dollar just to get one. You gotta go in bankruptcy to go on eBay to get one. So it's just crazy that you have to go through these things in gaming. I never thought I would ever see gaming this bad before. Like, I never thought I would see it. Like, it's crazy out here in these streets, man. I'm just saying, like, you guys gotta really open your eyes and pay attention to what Sony is doing. They're remaking everything because they don't want to come out with their own IPs, because they don't want to spend that extra dollar, because they're just cheap. And that's how I feel about it. They want to pocket the money and just do little tic-tac stuff here and there, just keep having other developers make games for them. And that's cool, that's fine. But I guess I'm gonna leave it there. On the whole, feeling like, I think they should make their own IPs if they want to lock down stuff to their own console and their own ecosystem. So to the next video, guys, make sure you guys smash that like, that subscribe button, click that notification bell so you guys can stay updated with all of the new latest and greatest news out there. Peace.